Greetings and salutations. I was in the local Dollar Tree and I found some shit. Because of course, you know, being August, we got the Halloween and the Thanksgiving stuff out. First I have orange and purple LED light string. Then I have orange and purple LED light sets. What's the difference? Well, we're gonna find out. Conveniently, in raised letters on the inside of the battery door, it says do not use rechargeable batteries. And of course the usual made in China crap. And we've got a little standard on-off switch on the front. It's conveniently got this microscopic Phillips screw focus. About now. Yeah, it's got that little screw. So we're gonna crack it open and I'm gonna put rechargeable batteries in there because that's all I got. Oh wait, no, I do have a crappy set of Rayovacs. Hold on. Okay, I gotta give them credit. The battery lid's neat. You remove the screw and then it's a little you slide it a little bit and then it lifts off. So to put it back on, you just drop it on top, slide it in, tab up there in the top of the screen goes into that little slot there. You put the screw in and it holds it fairly securely. So that's actually kind of a neat idea, although I wish they had used a screw that was a slightly bigger head on it. But so it's probably going to look like crap here in the light. I'll turn the light off and we'll get a better look at it in a second. It seems to be more along the lines of fiber optics. Well, let me turn the light off and we'll see how it looks. Okay, that's a little better. You can see the light pretty much conducts down the length of the tube, but there's little points of light. And those are not individual LEDs. That would just be not cost effective. So if I squeeze in there really close and maybe... it might be hard for the camera to pick it up. But you can see these little white dots, like right here where my finger is. There's a couple of them in different spots. There's one up there, one right there. Those appear to be all little points of like a fishing line tube, so that's pretty neat. It's got this big end cap on it, probably just to keep things out. So yeah, that's pretty neat. It's supposedly orange, but it's not very orangey. It's more like a slightly neonish pink. Anyway, onto the other sets. Of course, you know damn well I'm going to check out the purple. Now, because of the way digital cameras go, it's not blue like it appears over here. It's this purple that you can tell here. It's a little richer than it appears on the screen. Let me angle the shot right because I need to pay attention to the phone, not to my finger. This color just gets fainter all the way through. It just appears to take a bluish tinge just because that's how digital cameras don't work very well. I'm a lot happier with the LED light set that's orange because it's actually a true bright orange sherbety kind of orange. However, there's a neat little thing I discovered how very cheaply this is wired. Hold on, let me get some light on the subject here. Yeah. Extremely simple. I mean, it's literally just a toggle switch that's got two little standoffs behind it that hold it in place. And we've got a resistor wired in series with the battery terminals. The shiny metallic gold band there indicates the tolerance level.
Shiny, happy people.
So that's the last number. So we have a brown, green, black, gold, which, alright. Voltage dropped across the resistor. Wow, 0.26 volts. Let's do some maths on that. Here's the basic schematical drawing of the electronic circuit in question. As you can see here, there's over on the left a battery icon, a resistor, a switch, and then all 10 of the LEDs wired in what is called a parallel circuit. This is, as the name implies, all the specific lanes for the electrons to flow in are arranged in a parallel form. In this orientation, everything that goes through each branch of that parallel circuit receives the same voltage. However, the current varies depending on what's in that circuit. In this case, all of them are the same LED, so the current or amperage is going to be roughly the same. Now in this next photo, I've actually plugged in some of the figures. We know that's a 15 ohm resistor, and we know that the battery voltage of 2 AA's is approximately 3 volts under ideal circumstances. The LEDs will be using a consistent amount of voltage, and if one of them were to fail in a short circuit, all the other LEDs will still receive the same voltage. Or if they were wired in a chain of plus to negative from end to end, and one failed short, each LED that still worked would receive a different voltage, and that would lead to catastrophic chain reaction failure. Now in this third diagram here, I've plugged in the figures that are known: the battery supply voltage, the resistance of the resistor, and it's 15 ohms, the 0.26 volts measured by the meter that were dropped across that resistor, and that leaves a remaining amount of 2.2 volts that are getting to the LEDs. Now if you work out the current rating, which is I equals V over R, or the current is equal to voltage divided by the resistance of the circuit, knowing that the amperage remains constant across all branches of a parallel circuit, you can easily deduce that the voltage of 0.26 dropped on the resistor divided by the 15 ohms of the resistor leaves the circuit running at 17.33 milliamps. And LEDs can typically handle about 20 milliamps of current before they start to run a little hot, shall we say. So these LEDs with that resistor are being slightly underdriven, which is kind of a pretty good balance between maximum brightness and longevity. Ideally, you might want to put a bigger resistor in and drop it down to 15 milliamps or something. That'll reduce your intensity a little bit, but will improve battery life and LED longevity long term. Be that as it may, this product is actually cheaply designed, but is not driving the LEDs to the point where they will fail prematurely. So you should be able to get a decent amount of lifespan out of these. One thing to note is the heat shrinking at the bottom is not weather tight. It is very easy for water ingress and humidity ingress, and when you're running a DC current like a battery, slight moisture can present corrosion problems, so these would not be good for outdoor use. However, for indoor use, they run cool, they have a pleasant color, and like I said, they're being driven below their maximum tolerance, so they should last a good long while.